Hi, my name is Tim, and this is Noah, and together we are Daddy Daughter Farm.
We are going to open an urban smallholding here in Bristol, transforming over an acre of overgrown council land into a productive market garden. We want to use growing and good food to tackle loneliness and foster intergenerational relationships. We will invite parents, their toddlers and elders onto the farm to come once a week to garden, cook food, share lunches and build relationships.
So the inspiration for the farm comes obviously from our daughter. You can read case studies on the fact that being in nature is more beneficial for kids, but we know that when Noah's outside, when she's being active, she's much more better behaved in the evening and she sleeps much better. And so we wanted to create an environment for her where she could be outside as much as possible during her formative years. But more than that, we wanted a space where this was not just possible for her, but for other children too, as we feel that it's so vitally important that children get out into nature and learn where their food comes from. And today's generation of children are in no way getting the full breadth of experiences of the natural world that mine or my parents would have got, and that is to their detriment.
My favourite animal is the chickens, because they always want food when you're not going to give them food.
I grew up in London, which was a bit of a shame, but whenever I was allowed anywhere near a forest, I'd be like right there in the mud, so yeah, you'd blink and I'd be covered head to toe.
We usually grow seeds and things. Some of them are flowers. I like edible flowers a lot because you can eat them.
So the idea to start a farm for toddlers came to me whilst I was finishing studying in the Netherlands, and a massive driver for moving back to Bristol to start it was to return to home and be much closer to grandparents for Noah's sake. Intergenerational relationships are vitally important across the whole of the world. In Western society really, it's an anomaly in the way that we no longer value them.
We had an amazing old couple who lived next door. He was called Jim Ramage, and my mum was expecting my brother, and I was not happy that my mum was expecting my brother. I was a brat. He took me to one side and said, "Come on, we're going to grow your mum a bunch of flowers when she comes out of hospital with your brother." And I went, "Oh, okay, well, yeah." So we grew peas and we grew sweet peas, and he was a clever old goat because he managed to get it so that actually the first picking of the sweet peas and the first peas that we picked were literally ready as my brother came out of hospital, and that was kind of my gift to my mum. And that is absolutely where I haven't not grown sweet peas ever since. Every year since I was 3, I've grown sweet peas.
Today's society, it's hard for children to form relationships with elders, and it's a great shame as they have so much wisdom to give. So we really wanted to create a space where that was also possible.
I think those relationships are really important, and I will never forget him because he's kind of part of my soul, really.
When you lose intergenerational relationships, you lose the ability to pass on wisdom. But you also lose community, and as community is lost, so social isolation becomes more prevalent. And it's telling in a country where people will often lament the loss of community, that loneliness is rapidly on the rise. Personally for me, I went from studying in university, which is a socially rich environment, to having a child, living in a different country, where they spoke a different language, and I didn't know anyone. And I know firsthand what it feels like to be socially isolated.
I think often when someone's lonely, they won't tell you at the time. So my friends have told me later that they've been lonely, and I've been like, "Oh, but you seem so fine." And then I know that at moments in my life where I've been lonely, I haven't wanted to concern people, or even maybe like acknowledge it within myself so much so. And that only furthers isolation.
So, our aim is to bring together people in social isolation and get the eldest talking to the youngest. But we're using growing and good food as a vehicle to drive this project, as we know that the most important relationships that will be made on the farm will be between children and nature itself. We are in ecologically fraught times, and you don't need me to tell you that we are not going to solve issues such as climate change tomorrow. It will be children growing up today who are going to be solving those massive ecological issues, and they aren't going to do it unless they truly care about nature. So we want children to learn where their food comes from. We want them to know what it's like to pull a carrot out the ground, coleslaw it and eat it within the hour. We want them to form relationships with elders, not just because it tackles loneliness, but because elders remember things such as eating seasonally and the joy that that can bring. And in helping teach these values about food, along the way they will impart other worldly wisdoms. So we've created this video because we need your support to bring that to fruition. And we need you to pledge today to help us reach our target and help us bring children closer to nature and elders closer to society. So please, go to our rewards, think about how you can help, share our message as widely as possible, and please pledge to help us to bring children into right relationship with nature and their elders.